Hey everyone, this is Justin, and this is Creamy Cajun Shrimp Pasta with Andouille Sausage. And showcasing all the good ingredients in that dish. So first ingredients, I got some shrimp here peeled already, some andouille sausage, got some garlic paste, an onion, Parmesan cheese, heavy whipping cream, a stick of butter. Here's a seasoning: paprika, crushed red pepper, parsley flakes, lemon pepper, garlic powder, salt and pepper. And here's what I did: I just seasoned up the shrimp with the seasonings, around half a tablespoon each, and tossed into a lightly oiled pan to sear on both sides. So here I just make sure that the seasonings don't burn onto the pan, because we are going to use the same pan throughout this process. So here I just flip it back and forth pretty frequently, just so it doesn't burn on one side, because I'm actually going to use that seasoning that's on the pan with the oil to cook the rest of my protein and eventually the veggies as well. And then on the side there, you see that I do have a pot of boiling water that I'm going to bring to a rolling boil with a little bit of salt added to it for the pasta, so the timing does not mess up. And what I learned in the kitchen is that timing is key, and you should really use efficient time to get it settled in. And here I just sear the sausage on both sides off the camera, and afterwards I just mixed up the shrimp and pasta together just to heat back up the shrimp and to get the flavors of it blended up with the andouille sausage seasoning the shrimp, and then the shrimp seasoning on top of the sausage as well. And then I put that to the side, and the next step is to actually cook the onions and garlic in that oil. The sausage should put enough oil out so you don't have to use too much excess oil. And I'm just gonna saute them until they're thoroughly cooked, and actually add a little bit more seasoning as well. I added some salt, pepper, so a little bit more garlic powder, and then some Cajun seasoning as well. So we just want all those veggies to become nice and soft, and put it at a low heat, the garlic, so the garlic does not burn. And then after that, I add this half a stick of butter into the pan to glaze the onions. And here you go, you see I do put some more Cajun seasoning in it as well. And the butter is going to make it so that onions kind of break down and there's no texture to them at all. It's just more of the flavor that we want to release into the pan. And then next step is to actually add the heavy whipping cream. Obviously I did it by eyes. You can put as much or little as you want. It also depends on how much pasta you're cooking. In this case, I'm cooking a whole box of pasta, and I also added some parsley flakes there just for some color, as well as some paprika to add some color into the sauce as well. So we're going to let that sauce kind of simmer up. I also added some more garlic paste, and just keep mixing it so the sauce doesn't burn on one side. So I'm just mixing it up, and then once that's ready to be done, I gave it a little taste test, and then after it tastes fine, I put in the shrimp and sausage once again to kind of put it in. And then the pasta pot of water came to a rolling boil, so I decided to add that pasta to it. I used rigatoni. And then in that pan, as you can see, I already added the shrimp and sausage together into the sauce, and then added the pasta. I'm just going to thoroughly mix it all in. So then at this point, you can pretty much add the rest, which is a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top as a topping. And at this point, you're pretty much done. It's just taste test. If it needs more seasoning, add some more seasoning into it. But I just top it off with some Parmesan cheese. This is the freshly grated kind, and it should be pretty much ready to go. And here's a presented dish. I also just added some Louisiana hot sauce and some red onions for a little bit of bite. Add some little bit of spice and acidity into it, so it's not too dense. And here's just a little taste test. So I thought it was phenomenal. It's a great recipe that you guys should always try. It's pretty heavy as well, so I try not to eat this as often, almost as a reward. Here I have a whole bite of shrimp, pasta, and sausage. And wow, you can just tell by my face I'm really excited. But yes, look, this is pretty much a recipe. It's fantastic. Give it a shot. And then yeah, see you guys next time.